Welcoming Kamaru Usman back here to the program. Emil Meek, UFC 219, December 30th, not happening. Can't get a visa. As of right now, we are, what's the date today? The 27th of November? We're looking at 30 days before this fight, and you don't have an opponent. What did the UFC tell you? Like, how did you find out about the visa issues first with Emil?
I don't remember the exact date, the date of Colby Covington's fight with Damian Maia. I think it was, I want to say the week. So I'll say the Thursday before Covington's fight was when they kind of, alerted us that, hey, this guy, we're having visa issues with this guy. We're working on it. It's not a definite yet, but we're working on it, and there's a chance it might not happen. So I said, okay, as long as you continue to work on it. I've already said yes to the fight, and then after Covington's fight, I think that next day is when it kind of hit the fan. We were like, okay, we maybe we can get Covington now. We're interested in that fight. And so they offered it to him, and they told us that, like, yeah, we're working on that. So, he said no. They didn't offer him the fight, which we were on the MMA Hour with Ariel Hawani on that Monday, and he completely denied it, that they didn't offer it to him, when I know they did. But he said no, which of course he would say no. He's been saying no. And so we just kind of left it alone after that. So we let them continue to work on it. And I think a couple of weeks ago, they let us know for sure that, hey, it does not look good, that this guy probably won't get a visa. So we're trying to work on someone. So we said we're interested in the Covington fight again. They offered it to him again. He said no.
Hold on. This is the same guy that went out there and called all the Brazilians animals. The same guy that got into a fight and got sent home from Australia because he got in a fight with Fabricio Verdum. The same guy that's been jawing and running his mouth, all of a sudden is offered a fight and has turned it down twice.
Turned it down twice. He said no, he doesn't want the fight.
What's his reasoning? Did he give a reason? Or you don't know?
Absolutely not.
Well, you got to, sometimes I go, well, look, he's not ranked high enough. I'm moving myself up. I just beat Damian Maia, so I should be getting a higher ranked opponent. Something. He can come up with, there's some story he could tell to say the reason why he doesn't want the fight, but he's not giving any story.
He said, one thing that he was saying, and this was before he even fought Damian Maia, he was saying that I ducked him before. He said I ducked him 4 years ago when we were both on a local circuit, that he's not interested in the fight, that he's only worried about the title. So, I get it. He's thinking that, he's next in line for the title because he just fought Damian Maia. And, and I'm like, okay, nope. you beat Damian Maia in a decision, and you got outstruck that first round.
Mm-hmm.
He was outstruck, but you beat Damian Maia in a decision. And I asked for Damian Maia a year ago while Damian Maia was sitting in the audience. Yeah. I called him out a year ago, but Damian Maia said no because he knew it was a risky. It was a far big chance for him to not win that fight. So he said no. He was going to wait for his title shot, and he did. Damian Maia said yes to Colby Covington because that was a better chance for him to win the fight. I mean, at the top, you got to kind of play the game a little bit, and obviously, these guys say yes to him because they feel like I have a better chance of beating this guy. And they say absolutely no to me because they know they have no chance of winning the fight.
So at what point do you go out to social media and be like, look, Emil is off. We've asked Colby Covington twice. He said no both times. Is there anybody that wants to fight me December 30th? Can somebody please call Sean Shelby or Mick Maynard and let them know that I want to fight, that you want to fight me December 30th?
And that's what it came down to. And I got on Twitter, which I'm not a big social media guy. I don't like to do that whole trash talking because hey, and this is my job. This is what I do. If I want to fight, at the end of the day, my biggest motivation for doing this is the ability to compete. I want to compete and I want to show that I'm the best at this. And so that's, the social media thing. For me, it's kind of corny, but yeah, I realize there's a chance. You kind of have to do it now. That's kind of where the game's at. So yeah, I did tweet about it, and I got a ton of response from it, but not from him. This was a guy that usually would tweet stuff, but he's saying and nothing about me. So I said, okay, that's fine. And so I said, hey, because the UFC told me, yeah, we're gonna try to get you a top 10 fight, but everyone is saying no. So then they said, okay, Kobe said no twice. Let's give it to Masvidal. They said Masvidal is the only guy that's available.
Yeah.
I said, that's fine. He's coming off 2 losses, but I still don't care. He's still number 6. I'll
Yeah.
take him. So they said, all right, we'll work on it. They called me back 4 days later. They said he said no. So I'm like,
So
he's
the folks at home, just so you guys understand, Kamaru's 11-1, so he's only got one loss on his record. Very difficult to fight a guy. What's your rank right now? Forgive me, I don't know. What's your
I think 11th or 12th.
okay, so just outside of top 10. It's very dangerous to fight a guy that's just outside of top 10. It's 11-1, and so a lot of these fighters are saying no because it's gonna it's gonna bust them up. Masvidal, he makes sense saying no. He's already got 2 losses. If he loses again, he's probably out of the UFC. So even if he's coming in, hey, I'm going to save your fight for you guys. Do me a favor, and if I lose, keep me around one more. He's still going to be on a 3-fight losing streak, no matter what. So even if he wins, it's still going to be difficult for him to maintain and stay in the UFC. So I get him saying no. I totally understand him. Like, nope, this is not a good career choice right now for me to do that. And the other thing that I don't understand, and this is the reason why I like the fact that Thug Rose is now the champ, for the women, because it is going to change how champions are looked at. It's going to be a lot more of, I don't need to hate the person I'm fighting. It's just the next person in line. Let's just do the next person in line, and let's just, okay, we're going to punch each other in the face. When we're done, we're friends. Like, who cares? It's just a job. That I don't understand why you going on Twitter and saying, hey, look, I'm not calling anybody out. I'm just telling you these are the facts. We asked Kobe, we asked Masvidal. They've all said no. I want to fight. I'm in training camp. I want to fight December 30th. Can anybody else at welterweight come help me out and fight me December 30th just so we can have a fight? Like, I don't understand why it's always, whenever you go on Twitter, it's automatically, oh, we called him out. Oh, it's just bad. No, man, I'm trying to work.
I know, exactly.
I'm trying to have Christmas, man. I got kids.
And that's my intention. Is like, oh, it's Christmas. We could, one, burn another fight off the contract. Two, we make some money before the year's over, and look to do bigger things next year. But these guys are saying no, and for me, it's just like, I don't want to continue to be the guy to where the UFC is just gonna, is just gonna say, oh, you fight that guy and that's it. You fight that guy and that's it. This guy's not even in the top 30. This guy's not even anywhere close. Like, I don't turn down fights because, oh, there's a chance I might lose the fight. No, if I feel like if the fight's not going to be challenging, there's no point for me.
The
Like,
Sean Strickland and the Sergio Moraes, your last 2 fights were dangerous fights for you. Those guys had nothing to lose and everything to gain, and you had everything to lose. Like, you could have gone 0-2 in your last 2 fights with those guys, and it would have destroyed your chances of getting in the top 10. But you took them anyway because you wanted to fight, because you wanted to eat, because there's no money coming in unless you're fighting.
Absolutely, and also because I wanted to let the UFC know that, hey, I'm not turning down fights with these guys because I think these guys are tough guys and I can't beat them. No, I honestly believe that I am the best at what I do. That, hey, that's I'm not turning down these guys because of that. I will take these fights and I will prove to you that I deserve to be at the top of this pile, the top of this list, and I should be getting those marquee fights. But for some reason, they're just not giving them to me. To where I've gone down the roster. There's no way Damian Maia is going to say yes.
Yeah,
that's fine. I get it.
He just lost. Yeah, he's reeling. Like, let him have a minute.
Yeah. He needs a minute to rebound. That's fine. Okay, let's go down the list. Wonder Boy just fought, and there's no way he's gonna say yes. I get that. That's fine. Robbie's my teammate, and he's also fighting RDA, who was the first guy that I called out. He's beaten one guy that was in the rankings, Neil Magny.
Yeah.
Who also was finished in the first round by Mariah, the guy that I just knocked out in the first round.
Yeah.
So, I asked for RDA. RDA said absolutely not. Okay, that's fine. We moved down the list. I asked for Masvidal. He said no. I asked for Kobe Covington. He said no. Cowboy, he needs a minute.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah, he does. Yeah, he's got to come off. He's reeling off another loss. He's got to take care of
yeah,
himself too.
and so, the next guy, Darren Till, that they're really putting all this hype behind. I said,
Yeah,
okay, that's fine. You're putting all this hype behind him. I'll take him. I get the call back. No, Dana's got some plans for him. What?
yeah, what? Yeah.
What?
Well, that comes
Plans
down
for
to
him?
that comes down to, and you and I have talked about this before. It's the entertainment factor. Darren Till is
Exactly.
entertaining, and so he's talking on social media. He's making the noise, and as a result, they're putting a plan behind him now to help out. Because let's not forget too, he's English.
That's big.
We're
And I,
about to lose Bisping. Bisping is about to retire in March, so we're
yeah,
going to lose a superstar with Bisping. We got to find I got something to do with this. UFC has to find a shift to put somebody else, another big star. And Darren Till's a star. Let's start prepping them, and it makes complete sense from a business standpoint of what they're doing with Darren. And so you can't be mad at him either for saying no. We got some
no,
issues with
I'm not
Darren.
mad at them for it, but what I don't like is the fact that
Where's
you
my
can't
plan?
tell me that you can't put money behind me and that I can't deliver because I know I have the skills to do it. This guy is, he might develop into having the skills later on, but he
Yeah,
doesn't have it right now. So the fact of you to give him that marquee chance he just fought Cowboy at the main event. Yes, he won that fight, but now you put him ahead of me in the rankings.
yeah,
And then you're looking to do a big show over there with him, and I said, okay, that's fine. I'll be the scapegoat. I'll go over there.
yep,
I'll go fight him in that main event. But no, we've got plans for him. They're gonna keep him away from me as long as possible.
yeah.
And I understand that that's their business sense, but what
But
do you do
let's
with me
look
then?
at the silver lining. That could also be good for you too, though, because now you're coming in. You're like, okay, they're keeping us away from each other on purpose. Now they have no choice. I'm ranked third. He's ranked second. We have no choice. Like now we have to fight each other. The champ is just fought. And he's sitting right now, so we have no choice. So you can by keep winning, you're going to be able to put them in a hole where they're not going to have a choice. But I understand your frustration. You're like, put a little money behind me. Let's see what happens. But
Yeah, and the bad thing is, all these top 10 guys they're trying to cling to the same excuse.
yeah,
Oh, he hasn't fought anyone in the top 10. Well, no one's willing to take the chance in the
yeah.
top 10 to
So
fight
yeah,
me.
you
So
can't
how am
find
I
anybody
ever
top 10
gonna
because
do
no
it?
top 10 wants to fight you.
Yeah, and so it's you're in the top 10. If you lose, you should fight. You should be able to fight down. You should
Yeah,
fight anybody down. And if you're winning, you should continue to move up. They should
yeah.
give you a guy that's higher up for you to move up. And I'm not getting that chance, and that's just kind of something that's frustrating because I'm a sitting duck at this moment. It's
Yeah.
just what do you do with me next?
Well,
And
I'll tell you
it's
what, we're gonna end it right here. But once you get an opponent, or if you get an opponent, we're gonna
yeah,
do another interview. And if you don't, like, hit me up as soon as they're like, look, it's just not gonna work. We're not gonna be able to get you on this December card. We have to move you to another card.
okay,
Then we'll talk about that too, because that is you've already started training camp. You're halfway through your training camp right now
yeah,
with no opponent, so you can't even adjust and change for this guy yet because you don't know who the guy is.
yeah.
So it's going to be let's keep in touch on this one and see how this develops.
All right,
It's
man.
interesting that they're still haven't found. I figured by now, especially on that card, that's the New Year's Eve card. That's a big card. Like there is going to be a lot of names, a lot of faces looking at that card. I'm surprised that people aren't just jumping at the chance to come get on that card
And
with you.
yeah, and Frank, and better than anyone, when a fight opens up, and even the guys that aren't even in the UFC yet, they get on Twitter and they start tweeting, Sean, Dana, give me my opportunity. Let me get out there because
Yeah,
they know that that's their gateway to get in the UFC.
yeah.
But how many guys do you see tweeting asking for this fight? Why?
I don't know, man.
You know?
It's gonna be interesting. You're in a tough spot, but you'll get through this one like every other spot you get into. So this one will be fine. It's just gonna be frustrating for a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, brother, man. I just finished up with Joe Ferraro. I had an interview with him on his podcast. He says, hey, he also wanted me to remind you that you are still one of the best color commentators out there, right after me. He didn't say that.
I'm
I'm
learning.
saying that. Just right after me.
I'm learning. I'm learning.
All right, bud. We'll talk soon.
All right. Thanks, Frank.